Good morning, everybody, and good morning and Merry Christmas. It's time for this edition, the Christmas edition of 100 Hug Stories for the last 100 days of 2023. Just my own personal mini podcast of positivity from my experiences of hugging 500,000 people around the world. And today I want to speak about the time in 2018 when I visited the North Pole and hugged Santa Claus. That's right, I went to the town where every day is Christmas and the light poles look like candy canes, North Pole, Alaska. I initially went there as a goof, but I quickly found out that I was the only one who was joking about this. This was serious business. Just in the parking lot, I met a couple from Indonesia, another couple from Japan, a set of twin girls dressed up like angels from somewhere in Texas. And there were others that just didn't get a chance to speak with them. And I entered Santa's house. It really is a house. It's just a huge place. Santa's house with my Big Dave Hugs the World sign and one of his helper who speaks in upspeak, asked me how far I had ventured to see him. In Philly, I said, and I began sharing my story of embracing the world and coming to Alaska to hug people. And by the time I had finished, a couple of elves and a few of the tourists let out a collective wow. But I didn't really get a chance to respond because another elf took my hand and said, it's time, let's go see him. And so this elf weaved me through this velvet rope trail, and by the time I stood before him, it was like with each step I was walking back in time. And now I was a kid standing before him, and I said, "Hi, Santa, my name is..." And then Santa cut me off and he said, "Hey, I heard your story, but more than hearing you, I felt your energy as soon as you came in and you lit this place up. And now I'm really feeling like a kid." And I was like, "Really, Santa?" And he said, "Yeah. And I think that you're selling yourself short on how many people you've hugged. I think it's at least twice that." And again, I'm like, "Really, Santa?" And he said, "Yeah, look around." He said, I'll never forget this. "Dave, you have as much spirit as I do. Everyone here is here to see me, but they're hugging because of you." And I was like, "What? Wait, what?" And it was funny. Santa put his hand on my shoulder and turned me around to show me people that were hugging each other. And when I turned back around, Santa looked at me and he said, "Now, have you been a good boy?" I mean, come on. I'm really a little kid right now. And I can't lie. And so I said, "Sometimes." And I gave Santa one of my hug coupons. And Santa just smiled. And he said something like, "Of course you have hug coupons." But then he patted his lap. And then he said, now it's time to come sit on my lap." And I was like, "For real?" And he was like, "Yeah." And with that, I sat on his lap, we hugged, and we snapped a few pictures. And I have to tell you, Santa's magic is real. And if you ever find yourself anywhere in Alaska, go to the North Pole and go say hi to Santa and be a kid again. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody, Happy Holidays, and just peace and goodwill towards all. Be well, everybody. Come on, man. Get this.
We gotta get it.
We got to get a hug, man.